Okay, so this game is Silent Hill Downpour. It's available for PS3, Xbox 360, and PC. So this is developed by Vatra Games and published by Konami. This is the 8th game in the series of Silent Hill franchise. It's actually supposed to be called Silent Hill 8, but they changed it at the last second. And that prisoner right there is Murphy Pendleton. So Murphy Pendleton, voiced by David Boyd Conrad, is a prison inmate. He's been in jail for several years. He stole a police car, led the cops on a high-speed chase, and crossed state borders. But he did it on purpose, which you will see in the game. I should say that there is going to be minor and major spoilers.
Come on, Murphy, stop screwing around.
So we will go over a lot of different issues. The other guard that's on the screen right there, that is George Swell, voiced by Joel Bernard. He's a corrupt man who uses his position to get away from murder. He does drug trafficking. Basically, he's the ultra corrupt cop.
Make it quick, Cupcake. Hey, almost forgot. I left you a little present on the bench. Have fun.
As you can see, Murphy made a deal with him. So the point of this is he turns on the water, it steams up the cameras, so no one can see.
I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. When you guys are running a shower, the steam fogs up the cameras so bad.
So this already starts off on something bad's gonna happen, something evil. So this game did come out with mixed reviews. Some people loved it, some people hated it. Got as high as
8.5 out of 10, and some as low as 4.5. I personally actually liked it. I think some people just had too much anticipation and hyped it up so much that they compared it to other games, which nowadays we seem to be doing that, and should just take the game or the movie or whatever and just base it on its own merits. But that's just my opinion. And this guy here is Patrick Napier, voiced by John Grace. So this is Murphy's former neighbor, a pedophile and a child killer.
Jesus, you scared the hell out of me. What the hell's going on? Where's Sewell?
And he doesn't look too happy to see him.
There's been a mistake. I'm a sequestered prisoner. You're not supposed to be here. Guards? Officer Sewell, hello?
You don't recognize me, do you?
What? No, Guards! Guards! Anybody?
Oh shit, now he remembers.
So Silent Hill is also known for bloody and gory scenes and actions.
Guards! Guards, open the goddamn door! Help somebody! This is a violation of my rights. Who the hell
As
do
you're
you
about to
think
see,
you
it's
are?
going to get
When I talk to the
very
warden,
intense,
No one's
very
listening.
bloody. This is basically the
Help!
tutorial mission.
Jesus, help me!
Tells you how to fight. You see there's blood pouring out already. Actually, the producers of this game, they had many influences and inspirations, included One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest, Jacob's Ladder, The Walking Dead, the comics, obviously, Rubber Johnny, Shock Redemption, Fugitive, and Call of Cthulhu. You notice the weapons he has in his hands, they're actually very different from the normal Silent Hill ones. That this is the very first one where every single weapon is throwable except for the guns. And this is fucked up already with all the blood. So basically what happened here is Officer Swell came to Murphy, made him a proposition to get Napier alone so he can kill him. The reason for that, and spoilers, is that Napier obviously is a child molester and a child killer, and Murphy has a son, which you'll see later on in the game how it connects.
Did I wake you, Pendleton? Come on, rise and shine, Cupcake, you know the drill. Guess today's a big day, huh? Tell you the truth, I'm sort of sorry to see you go. Prisoner secure. Open 302B. Transfer.
So basically, there's nothing really too much you can do right now. It's just going through the title screen and walking and whatnot. I thought overall the audio was okay in this game. Could have been better, especially when the monsters appear on screen. It's so generic and sometimes it doesn't even play that it kind of takes away from the whole atmosphere of it. But in certain moments, the music actually works for the game and it actually is pretty good. This particular music in this prison scene at the start is a little bit out of place.
Come on back anytime, you hear?
You still owe me, man. I ain't gonna forget that shit, you hear me?
There's Officer T. Willis. So right now, Murphy is going to be transferred to another facility.
Well, guess this is it. No fond farewell? You gonna miss us?
Not even a little.
Give it a couple of days at Wayside Max. I bet you'll start to miss this place after all. 'Cause we sure are gonna miss you. Move 'em out!
That right there is Officer Ann Cunningham, voiced by Kristen Price. So, at the start of this game, you can tell she kind of holds a grudge against Murphy or something, but you do find out later what it's all about. I'm gonna leave that for later though.
All yours now, sugar.
Let's get this done.
Yeah. All right. You heard the lady? Mount up.
What we got here?
Pendleton.
I like how she stops him to tell him to get on the bus. I just don't get that.
Buckle up, get cozy. We got a long ride ahead of us.
this is usually, and there's Silent Hill. This is usually in every single Silent Hill game where it starts to go to the mysterious town and whatnot, and something happens, just like in the movies and basically every single game. Is either they fall asleep or there's a crash or something, and this is no different. Just like Homecoming, dream sequence. And that is Murphy's son Charlie. Sees something bad happen. It's a little misleading there, but what happened was Charlie died.
You have a good nap, Weddle? Tell me something, puta.
And this dialogue is actually pretty interesting. This is the first Silent Hill game where they spoke a language other than English and Japanese.
I said lock it up, damn it!
It's been subtitled, but it's never been spoken in any other language in any other Silent Hill game. So if you notice, when he gets up, there's no other passengers, the driver's gone, he's the only one there.
Okay, think. Find the highway. Put some ground between yourself and
as
the
you'll
bus.
see in the huge part of the game, the map is actually very, very huge. It's actually the largest map of any Silent Hill game to date. And some people have said exploring every single part of it takes up to 8 hours. But you can use the subway to travel around town faster when you do the homeless side quest.
Guess I'm not going that way.
One thing I do like is you don't have to press any buttons to duck under or jump over. You just automatically go over it when you press forward.
Hello? Can anyone hear me?
Now this is very funny. It's because most people don't even realize there's an opening there. They see the birds and they keep moving forward. They don't see this. And go in here, you actually miss a pretty rare / useful item. Is that flashlight? Because if you don't get it here, you actually have to wait quite a bit just to get the flashlight.
Now, a lot of people have said that boat is a reference to Silent Hill 2, but it's not.
this is one of the most frustrating things in this game, because you have to balance, and sometimes the computer automatically moves you left or right, like almost all the way. You have to go the other way, and then you have to balance it and go forward, and you can die very easily on this part. As you saw there. Now this is a very interesting thing. Now where do you think you go right now? That way? No, you go straight to the wall. And the cutscene starts. Yeah. So the thing about this game is how you play it shapes what the ending you will get.
Get your ass down on the ground.
So you have
now.
choices throughout this game, and there's some things that
That's where I can see him. Do it.
Take it easy. I'm not going anywhere.
I said, on the ground now.
there's some things that shape this other than those actions, and you'll see in a moment.
I was just looking for help.
And you just happened to lose your cuffs in the process? Save the bullshit.
This is stupid. I'll meet you back down at the bus, okay? You're gonna get yourself killed.
Shut up. Keep your goddamn hands where I can see them. Ah! Shit!
So this right here is one of those choices. So there's a total of about 6 endings, depending on what your choices are.
I'm slipping.
They really don't matter at the moment that you make them, but overall at the end they do. Also, when you fight an enemy and they're on their back laying on the ground, if you choose to kill them and finish them off, you actually get negative points. If you spare them and just leave them, you actually get positive points. And all these go into effect, so it has kind of like a karma meter of good and bad. And at the end it totals it up whether you have negative or positive karma. And this is interesting, the fog that's in all the Silent Hill games. They actually originally did that on the original Silent Hill game because of they didn't want people to see the graphics because they were so low resolution at the time, but they became so iconic to the series that they just kept them in. And for now, everyone just seems like it's just supposed to be part in there, but in the very first game it wasn't supposed to be like that. It's just to hide the faults of the game.
Something is very
When
wrong.
you turn these radios on, you actually get messages from DJ at the radio station. Well, most of them. Yeah, these maps are going to be very useful. There's actually one for this actual Silent Hill city that you can actually miss, and you would have to play majority of the game without the map. So when you see where the actual map for the city is, you can be surprised at how you can miss it. So this part right here, it'll ask you to throw your wrench at the bird. You can do it. There are other wrenches to pick up, but I just chose not to. Now you'll notice the wheelchair here. That's a big theme in this game. It's actually been in some other games for Silent Hill, but this one is one of the main themes. There's several actually. Now this is the walkie-talkie, so you can get special conversations with that. It's automatically turned on. There are some weird animations in this, where you scratch your head wondering why they left them in like that. There is a bunch of glitches in here too. This place is very interesting. This is part of the start of the Devil's Pit aerial tram. So this is actually based on an actual place in the world called Propas Mosha, which can be translated to Stepmother Abyss. That was the inspiration for this place.
Free tram ticket. So where the hell's the machine?
And the puzzles in this game seem a little bit easier than most Silent Hill games, but it's still fun, somewhat.
This must be the ticket machine.
Also, when you're going around looking, you're going to see shinies everywhere. About 90% of them on the ground are bricks. So if you got a good weapon, be careful not to throw it away. And for this part, you just have to follow that trail. It'll bring you to the next part. Like that, it's a frickin' brick. And so far, then after that trail, you follow that trail, you just keep going, and eventually you'll see a car and whatnot.